me see, can I do what I think I'm trying to do? Hey, what's, oh, okay. Oh, hey, don't you fall. You are not the one to fall. Can I, mommy? Can I go down? I sure can. I sure can. Oh, man, I gotta do something right quick. Excuse me, y'all. Let me put on my Sears. Look, y'all, I am wrong. Let me check this email, see what's doing, what it do. Messing with this Android, I'm finna see. Lama sir. Lama sir. Excuse me. Welcome, 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 y'all. I apologize. Yeah, it's not doing right. I need that, though. I need that. Let's do that. Okay, y'all, I'm through cutting up. I'm through cutting up. I'm through cutting up. Testing. Y'all, welcome, 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 y'all. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I would say I'm here late, except that I'm not. That I'm not. I'm not late. I'm gonna say why I'm not late. But before I say why I'm not late, welcome, 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 y'all. This is Sylvie414, and I is Sylvie, your rough edge lady, here to bring you that 414, that balance, that one in the middle, y'all. I hope y'all have had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. A wonderful, wonderful 4th of July weekend, and have happy 4th of July for those of y'all that celebrate 4th of July. As I was stating, and I'm gonna go ahead on and take these off so I can see. I just wanted to shave for a little bit. I ain't shaded, you know. Getting back on my square. Y'all know I talk about being on our square. Getting back on my square since I've been in my new place. So I had been coming live. I came live to cover a little bit of the Mechee and Angela. And as y'all can see, that's in the title again tonight. Some more Mechee and Angela just to finish it off, because I'm going to hope they finish. I did see, as I was preparing to come live tonight, Z Banger went live to do a recap, and Mechee posted a post on her community page saying she still ain't been sued yet. Basically, she ain't took down no video. She still ain't been sued. So as I stated earlier today, she said she ain't thinking about ceasing or desisting. So that's that. But we just gonna talk about the things that I watched after I went live that last time. I said that I would keep Twitch covered as long as I got something with Twitch. I would cover Twitch. So I'm gonna be covering a little bit of Twitch tonight. Twitch boss, you know, they said that he deleted himself last year around Christmas time. And he was, you know, he was a favorite of mine. You know, I got him from my babies. You know, we watched So You Think You Could Dance Together. So, you know, I can appreciate Twitch. And give me one moment. So we're gonna talk about that. And then I just wanna hit up on Suki and Tasha K. And the reason that I'm gonna talk a little bit about Suki and Tasha K is because And look, it popped up as I came on YouTube. I'm just trying to share me, y'all. And Sukiana and Tasha K. Uh, but it was already there, but it just popped up as like the first video. I'm just trying to find me though is all. Um, I'm gonna talk about Sukiana and Tasha K because the Night and Day guys spoke about them and spoke about spoke about Sukiana, and they referenced 127 in the way that I reference it. I have been saying since I've been talking about the number 127, and it's it references being modest, um, shamefaced in the Bible verse that it references, but modest. And I was saying, and y'all, I got my mic tonight. If y'all can't tell, I got my mic tonight. I got my mic tonight. Um, but it was I speak about modesty as far as character is concerned, not so much clothing. I stated on one of my videos that I believe that your character, um, in essence, will affect your dress at some point. And a lot of times we have to give way to people being young. As I was watching Willie D, and I had and bypassed it, and I just happened to hit it by mistake watching Willie D talk about Lori Harvey, and at the end of that video, he said Lori is young. Everybody is all on Lori. Lori is young. Can young men be young, but young ladies can't be young? You just saying that what you think that she doing because you think that she doing what you think that she doing. You don't know that she doing what you think that she doing all over the place. That's just what you think. If ain't no proof, then you know what I'm saying. Ain't no pudding there. You just see what you see and you speculate. We like to speculate. The masses. It's not they say the masses. They like to speculate. They like the juicy juice. Or is it that good stuff? But no, so just based off of character is what Night and Day guys were talking about as far as Sukiana was concerned. But y'all, again, I hope y'all have had a good day today. All I'm trying to do, it's not even that's a shame and a scandal because all people is trying to do is share the link to Facebook. And it will not. I don't know why. Okay, I think I can share it from here though. Yep, let me share this to Facebook right quick. Okay. All right. So, Sukiana, we're gonna start with Sukiana and Tasha K. And the Night and Day guys, as well as I had just been seeing little shorts from Sukiana, just like randomly seeing little shorts. And y'all, I got me some dandelion. I gotta get this cord right because I keep getting in its way. I have some dandelion root tea. I'm not on my whole adult palette today. I do have some tonight, some honey in this, and then I have some water. Oh, let me tell y'all why I'm here at 12 o'clock before I get started. Cause I am here at 12 o'clock with makeup on and clothes and my hair did and stuff. And it's late. And I be saying I'm late when I'm here at 10 o'clock. Late. Like when I come on late and it be 10 o'clock. But no. So I was going through my, I was on YouTube. I was in YouTube Studios. And while I was in YouTube Studios, trying to figure out, because I'm working on being better, y'all. Um, Working on learning how to put video. I think I said this before. Learning how to add videos, so I just won't have the names of the people I'm talking about. I might be able to have. I'll be able to have a clip of something that I'm speaking about, so that I can reference the clip or something like that. But what I was on in the studios this evening or tonight trying to do was see how I could upload a template, because I knew that there was a way that I could do it, and I was in my studios trying to do it. So I was working on paying attention to detail. Come babies always say, "You got paying attention to detail." I was working on paying attention to detail, and I noticed that it spoke about when the people that view me um, are generally active. So I said that I would come on at that time, but I didn't know what that time was because it's in GMT time. It was like GMT minus 0400. So I had to do some Googling to find out what that equated to in my time. And the crazy thing about that is I'm about to believe this the time, y'all. I'm about to believe that like this is supposed to be the regular time. I'm just see what the God is gonna do, but so many things rushed back to me when I got there. I was like, okay, so because I was preparing to be live at 10 o'clock tonight. That's why that one's sitting right in my ears. That one right? Yeah. I was preparing to. Oh, sounds a lot different now as well. I was preparing to be live at 10 o'clock tonight. Um, when I got that. And once I got that, I was like, well, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go live at 12. Um, it says that GMT time is 3 to 4 hours behind my time. And it said that at 12, that would be 4 a.m. No, yeah, at 12 my time, it would be 4 a.m. GMT time. And all that rung in my head was, 4. Lord, that's the time you talked to me about, 4 a.m. So that means at 4 a.m., it's going to be 7 o'clock my time at 4 a.m. GMT time. 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Yeah. I believe that's my schedule. And that gives me my 4 a.m. time with the God. It's going to be 7 o'clock my time, but it's still going to be 4 a.m. The God don't have no time. The God said meet me at 4 a.m. And I've been getting a lot about time, referencing the fact that there is no time, and if the God don't have no time, but has referenced the time for me to meet, it makes sense to me. Welcome, y'all. It makes sense to me that I'm supposed to be here at 12 o'clock. Then I go to bed, up by 7, which is 4 a.m. GMT time. So I'm still spending 4 a.m. time with the God. And still able to rest, because it was hard to go live at 10 and get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, because I still needed to wind down after I got up. Even if I wind down, I ain't gonna probably need too much winding down after I get off of a live at 12 o'clock in the morning. I don't believe. But then I sleep till 7 and get up and start my day. Whoa, that was revelation to me. But we gonna see if that what the God is saying. That what us gonna see. But yeah. So Suki, Suki with the good. And that's what she calls herself, Suki with the good. Now this is my thing. And I probably have said this on my platform before, many of times. I've told my Mini-Me 3000 many of times. When the Night and Day guys spoke about Sukiana, they spoke about Lizzo, but they actually called her Lizzo. She's Lizzo. So I spoke about Lizzo as well. The very only reason that I stepped in and said anything in defense of Lizzo about Corey Holcomb, because y'all know I talked about where Z Banger, Z Banger, who I just said brought Mechee live. Z Banger and Mechee is partners. You know what I'm saying? But it was on his platform that I went back and forth for a month with some Corey Holcomb fans about. That wasn't about him talking about Lizzo. That was about, I have to put my phone on airplane mode, because when I tell you that this joker starts to lose the charge, and it loses it rapidly. It was on 100%. I haven't done anything, but it's on 85. It was just on 86. So it's lost the charge since I put it on airplane mode and do not disturb. But the only reason I went back and forth is because he said he wasn't going to go in on Lizzo, and then he turned around and did. Like, that was the very only reason. That was a 3-month conversation. But I have also said on this platform, Lizzo, you're a public figure. So when you put yourself in the public, as much as you may want somebody not to speak of it, as much as you may feel like somebody should not speak of it because it's your business, once you put your business out to the public, and I have heard Larry Reid say that often. He just said it. He was talking about, was he talking about Jamal Bryant? Yeah, because he was talking about a baby, a hidden baby that he was denying. And he said you could find that part online, but he was saying it was other stuff that I guess couldn't find online. And so while it wasn't public, he didn't want to talk about it. I might hit a little bit hit a little bit on Jamal as well. I might. But when your stuff is public, it's public for everybody to see. And the crazy thing is, the same person that's liable to say, don't talk about my business in the public, we'll talk about somebody else's if they see it. We pick and choose our battles how we want to pick and choose our battles. But Night and Day guys on Sukiana, because I ain't trying to be up here all the time. They basically said, if you know what I'm saying, if you're going to do what you do, because they was basically like, they don't listen to none of her music, they don't listen to Sexy Red's music, because they were basically covering the Tasha K and Sukiana stuff. And I had already watched Tasha K speak about. She brought the messages on her page. Like, Sukiana came into her inbox and asked her, can you stop bullying me? You're cyber bullying me. Can you stop? If you were trying to hurt my feelings, you have. Tasha K said she's not gonna stop. She said, I did not know you can bully a brand. She considers Sukiana a brand such as Chick-fil-A or McDonald's. She said, I would not bully Destiny. She said, I would ride hard. She said, I ride hard for Destiny. She said the same way she does Black China. She didn't call Black China by her government, but she called Sukiana, I'm assuming Destiny, by her government. But I have heard her ride for Sukiana. She said, I ride for Sukiana. Excuse me. I ride for Destiny, but I can't get with what Sukiana out here doing. She was like, I can't get with that whole behavior. She was like, but if that's what you want to do, which is the same thing the Night and Day guy said, if that's what you want to do, you do what you want to do. Night and Day guy said there's nothing wrong with freaky, but what happened to modesty? And they said, I bet they were small kids at Suki concert. Or maybe I said that. And maybe I said that. They could have said it too. But let me take it back because I know that I said it. But I think that I put it because they confirmed, but I didn't go, and I normally parentheses when I say something. But I know that I said there could have been young children at her concert because my daughter was like, if anybody let their daughter go to Sukiana's concerts, and I'm like, maybe young girls like her. You know, they say that she's a college graduate and everything like that. When Tasha K speaks about Destiny, she speaks about her in big ups. But then there's Sukiana, like the alternate ego. But if you have this alternate ego, if you can't withstand the public don't care. That's real talk. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, we at 209 subscribers. I thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. And look, I was gonna make a video today. I'm gonna make videos because I have content for one video I want to make, and then I'm gonna make a video. But yes, we are at 209 subscribers, and I thank y'all. Like, I thank y'all. But real talk, like, if you're gonna have this alter ego, you gotta be able to withstand. This fly done played possum all day long. All day long. I do not know where this fly just came from. This fly done played possum all day long. I ain't opened my door. I have not opened my door. But you made that big fuss about YK Osiris, and that's cool beans. That's your space. But this what you putting out here to the little girls. I don't even know if she got daughters. This what you putting out here to your daughters. Go to the concert and get right on the stage. That what you putting out to the little girl. You putting out to your daughters that when they get in their 20s that it's okay for them to go and twerk on a little 10-year-old boy. That what you putting out to the little girl. So get with the good. And then you want to stop being cyberbullied. How you gonna stop being cyberbullied when you keep doing things that warrant cyberbullying? IJS. Sylvie is just saying. You feel me? I don't even know what Sukiana's saying, but let me tell you when the first time when I had known anything about Sukiana. I didn't even know who a Sukiana was because that video said rap artist talks about Illuminati and selling the soul or wishing she could take it back or something like that. I was just on TikTok. It wasn't somebody I was subscribed to. You scroll your page and you see things. And then next thing I know, it was everything. What Puffy can do with everything. You come from a long line of hoes, your mama and your grandmama and everything. But then you want somebody to stop cyberbullying you. The audacity, y'all see, the audacity for people to just think that people are going to do how they would do. Maybe you don't cyberbully people, and that's a good thing. But again, in Tasha K's defense, she said you can't cyberbully a brand. She said Suki and her sister-in-law are brands. character. So with that being said, let's go on talk about J Mall. Call him J Mall, like Larry Reed. Let's go on talk about J Mall. Cause look, let me tell you, why I ride for J Mall. Cause the person that I'm about to talk to you about, that talk to J Mall, ride for J Mall, and I bet a lot of y'all ride for him. And this part will be for the Christians, y'all. Pastor YPJ sips tea. Pastor YPJ rides for J. They're friends. So when I synced that title with Larry Reed, with Pastor YPJ and J Mall, I'm like, okay, let me go. Because when I see something that I'm going to watch that I may bring to the platform, what I have learned to do is go take a look at it, at least for myself, prior to watching, so I can see what my thought process is going in. You know what I'm saying? See, check some things and some stuff out. And so that's what it is. And one of the first things I saw was them in 2022, and they was looking really chummy. And I'm like, okay, well, they friends, because the title spoke about Pastor YPJ rebuking Pastor J Mall. And the first thing that Larry Reed asked was if you thought it was an authentic prophecy, because he was called to preach, if I'm understanding correctly, because I did not just go, I just wanted to see if I saw anything about it. I didn't. But Larry Reed does the gospel sector, so I don't really know where he be finding his gospel stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning how to seek. You know what I'm saying? And find and journalize and stuff. I'm still learning how to do all of that in the interim. Private preparation for public promotion. Hurricane jazz. Yeah, that part. But he was asked to speak. I forget what the occasion was. But when he got up there, look, Jeremiah said, it's like fire shut up in my bones. And Larry Reed said, I'm not saying he a prophet. He said, but I'm saying that two people sent me two things that he had spoke on. And them two things had happened. So his rebuke, his prophecy was exhortation. It was open rebuke. And I think Larry Reed sent you the First Peter. I ain't getting ready to go look it up. Open rebuke. Cause he was hitting on some other verses that because people were upset with Pastor YPJ. Because they feel like he was supposed to, that's your friend, you were supposed to take him to the house, you were supposed to put him to the side. And Larry Reed said, I'm finna bring you scripture that say that man was right for where he did it. And 1 Timothy is the scripture that covers it. So if y'all want to find out 1 Timothy and open rebuke, and he went to the scriptures that people were trying to bring, and basically it's because a lot of people will read scripture and not study. And I'm almost certain if I study, cause I can't not Larry Reed about study. He brings scripture. I've gone in and checked, saying some things. But I'm pretty sure if I go in and study, he broke it down to let you know that this one can't be it for this reason. If you go to Strong's Exhaustive, if you study in Strong's Exhaustive, I promise you, it'll tell you just that. It'll tell you if it's love, the word love, it can be used in different ways in the Bible. Strong's Exhaustive Concordance is going to break it down like that. He told Jamal that you was getting ready to be called to the biggest test of integrity of your life, basically. He told the church to pray for him. He called on the woman that I'm going to assume is probably former pastor Eddie Long's wife. He said he said, I don't know her, but I got in my spirit that she's praying on some things. Said, I got in my spirit that from the grave that Pastor Long is praying for some things. Pastor YPJ went in love. And let me tell you why I said in love. Because I don't not believe that Jamal Bryant does not love God. Do you know how rampant it is that men is doing what Jamal Bryant do in the church house? Look, I read a post in my memories. One of my Facebook friends that used to be my trainer at the job had said, because we was talking about R. Kelly and him being in jail. It was one of my memories because I had to share it. And she said, y'all always talking about Ara, but can we talk about some of these uncles and daddies and granddaddies and all of that's on the daily? Can we talk about some of your local pastors that you don't ever want to talk about what's going on in your local church houses because you're talking about J-Mall because he in the public eye? If they all held to a higher standard, we should be just as hot at the public assemblies. Shouldn't be letting it ride then. So I'm going to say it again. Don't mean J-Mall don't love the Lord. That prophecy said to me that God is getting ready to test whether you love me or not, baby. Because, see, what YPJ didn't have to tell me to do, Lord, you already know it. This not bragging, but this is just me talking about confidence because you told me that this the season I could talk about me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. YPJ didn't have to tell me to pray. And I'm not his congregation. I've been praying for him anyway. I know he got some things and stuff. And he talked about how great of an influence. You're going to see just how much of an influence you have in this season. When you have an influence over the peoples. That's why I said, Lord, if he yours, take him past that pride. Because you know, men's be prideful. And I can say that because the God told me you is a lot prideful, kind of something like them. So I said what I had said. Y'all best pray for Jamal. Get out of your pride and don't be out there praying, oh Lord, take away the spirit. No, pray God's will. Ask God to help you pray unselfishly for Jamal. That he might be covered through this. Because y'all looking at the things he do. Because he said he was going to grow some weed. See, I'm not trying to get the church out. It's a business. The backwards be backwards. The audacity, the audacity that people have for just throwing people away because they don't hide themselves so that you can just, is it ever not playing if someone has to hide themselves as they walk? Hide themselves from people that can't be hidden from God? Had he hid himself, who knows, maybe this prophecy would not be in place. You ever thought that? IJF. I'm just saying. So, Twitch's mom. I think I saw Willie D posted, and that's what made me, because Willie D said he was going to stay on it. I'm shocked because I've not seen Ringo TV post about it. I don't think I've seen, a matter of fact, I looked it up on YouTube, and I looked it up on the internet first, and then I went and looked it up on YouTube. Who covered it on the internet? Because oh my, the audacity. had the audacity. Where is it? Where is it? So E! News covered it and Access Hollywood covered it. I need some shades on. Because Access Hollywood had the audacity. How you gonna cover a story about Twitch's mom, a 4-minute story, and cover Twitch's mom for 1 minute and 20 something seconds, and then cover Allison Holcomb for 3 minutes and some odd seconds? That story wasn't about her. That story wasn't about Allison. That story was about Twitch's mom. If you ain't had nothing else to say about Twitch's mom, you should have ended the story. E did. Willie D did. I mean, Willie D brought Allison into it as well, but not the way that Access Hollywood. Access Hollywood, you know, I'm on some capping for women. And Willie D brought Allison's name into it the same way that, you know. And he's not saying she did nothing, but he's saying the wife. I'm saying things are strange. Willie D said his mother, because I couldn't find the story like he found it. She's saying dark depression or black depression was a no. Whatever black depression was a no. And she said as far as when she found out that her son was gone, deletion was not the first thing that came to her mind. In his opinion, he feels like those are seeds of doubt that she is expressing. I'm just on some old other stuff because Access Hollywood had the audacity to freaking play a 3-minute and 30-second video of Allison Holcomb when the story was supposed to be about his mom. Nobody should have gotten attention in that story, but his mother. Ugh. Capping for women. Capping for. Where's my Sears? I need my Sears on now, y'all. Because let's finish up this Tasha. Excuse me. Let's finish up this Mechee and Angela. So, Goddess Masterpiece is someone else that Mechee, Goddess, Z-Banger. Z-Banger runs both of their videos. He runs Goddess Masterpieces videos. He runs Mechee's videos. So, Goddess Masterpiece did the video and didn't even watch Angela Stanton's video. She said that she made her, brought her to tears at the Black Agenda with her story. And that she said, you know, I went and, she said she went and subscribed to Angela based off Mechee. She said, I'm not going to unsubscribe to her based off of what's going on. But the way you began to carry the situation, in my opinion, the way she began to speak on the situation, you just may as well have unsubscribed her because it didn't sound unbiased. The things that she was saying, what'd she say? Well, I'm gonna get my stuff. Oh, I'm gonna go. Oh, dang. Oh, no, I'm gonna hit on that maybe a little bit more. Oh, yeah. She said that she sounded cornballish. She said that Goddess Masterpiece says, allegedly, Angela feels inferior to Mechee for not calling Mechee. And I said, who also could have called her? Mechee. This is why I feel like Mechee could have called Angela. Because you had the issue with Angela. You found out that there was an issue with Angela. Now I'm just talking about I went and tried to find any other video. Because I went and searched it both ways, Mechee and Angela, Angela and Mechee. I went and searched. I watched everything. I found out today because I went and rewatched both of theirs. I didn't even rewatch all of Angela's, but I rewatched all of Mechee's. Mechee is the one that said that they was watching a fight. She said she was just saying that, in the heat of the moment. When Mechee made that first, she's saying that Angela spoke out when she made that first video, not calling no names because she was guilty. Could be, could be not. When Mechee made that first video, calling no names, the first thing I said was, ooh, I wonder if she talking about Angela. Why? Because you went into it with reservations. She said it. Angela never said in the beginning. I never heard Angela say anything about reservations until after all of this stuff. Angela is saying now that people told her, you better think twice about Mechee. They're both saying that they were told, you better think twice. I could see it for both of them. Because they feisty. And their passion probably gets them in a lot of stuff. I ain't saying they wrong about everything. I ain't saying they right about everything. I'm saying they feisty. They feisty. It takes one to know one, is all I'm saying. It's probably why I like them both. Because I see me in them both. I see feisty. I see powerful. Like, I'm not saying either of them is all right in everything they're doing, but both of them have admired the other one's work. I think that emotions are involved in a lot of this. This is what Willie D and Bushwick Bill could not have done, allowed their emotions, because they could not stand one another. They could not stand one another. And it was people on Angela's platform because Angela allowed people to come up. Mechee didn't. Mechee, and somebody on Angela's platform said that, and I totally agree. It just is what it is. When Mechee get in her way, Mechee is not feeling nobody. Mechee was like, I'm not inviting y'all up. If y'all want to go talk nice to Angela. Like, it's people in here that like you and Angela. You ain't trying to hear nothing from nobody. At the end, she first was like, she told the moderators, don't block nobody, but then folks started getting blocked or threatened to block. At the end, you wanted people to come up there that was against what you were saying, but you didn't want nobody that ride for both of y'all to come up there. And that was what this was supposed to be about in the whole first beginning. Is y'all putting y'all aside so that y'all can work together? Like, it's the audacity about that for me that your people, like people that ride for you too. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't ride for them both. And I understood a lot of what Mechee, like, okay, slow down. Because when I get passionate, that's why I know that they passionate. Because when I get passionate, I get to going. Because I don't went ahead of Goddess Masterpiece. Because she also, after she said she was cornballing, she was like, basically, why y'all can't take it to the streets? Because Mechee is wanting to rumble online. She wanted to go back and forth online. And Angela Stanton has the right to not. She's saying, because she's feeling like that's a receipt. I don't feel like that's a receipt. Because she chose, some folks is not going to give it to you in their business space, but they will give it to you when they walk out them doors. That's all that I feel like Angela Stanton is saying online. This is my business space. And she said that on her video. Goddess Masterpiece says that I will punch someone in the face, street justice. But she also said, but she has to be on her professionalism. So if you have to be on your professionalism, because Goddess Masterpiece is still, Goddess Masterpiece, yes, she's a bigger YouTube than I, but much smaller than even Angela. Yes, Mechee is a bigger YouTube than Angela, but Goddess Masterpiece is a smaller YouTuber than Angela. I am the baby of the bunch. But if you gotta be professional on your platform, why she can't gotta be professional on her platform? She is thinking about going back into politics. She is or she ain't. But she is doing community work. And she worked with politicians. So she just supposed to let all her hood out. You can watch her platform on a regular basis and tell she hood. That whenever I describe that I watch Angela Stanton King, I say I watch a hood Republican. She also stayed on that platform. Y'all talking about this like I get these money. Angela Stanton. I'm gonna say this. I have seen her at rallies against pro-life rallies. I don't see people that look like me besides her. I see a lot of people that are the people that support her. People that look like that when she out there. Because we fighting the fight for pro-choice. And she fighting the fight for pro-life. It's not a lot of folks that's just out there. And I have said, because pro-life, I'm not for abortion as a contraceptive. See, she is strict on it. I can see it where there's threat, but not as a contraceptive. Too many people want to use it as a contraceptive. No. You have whole condoms and birth control and all kinds of birth control. You have patches and things they stick in your arm and things that they tie you up with. That you have all kinds of birth control. Birth control is before birth. Control the birth. And not in that way, because you're going to say they're not birthed yet. Control them even having to be birthed. Make better choices. That part. And even Mechee has said that. She says she is pro-choice, but she's not. She also understands what Angela is speaking about. They have both given each other compliments about what they do. This is about Mechee is saying, especially if she's sued, I don't think she's trying to go to court and make a breach of contract case, but she's saying that Angela breached the contract because she was aware that she was supposed to be there for 2 days. Angela is saying your assistant said not. Angela also said that she did not accept that 1,000. Okay, so big check. Angela said that she was told that they were raising money for Auntie Angie house. That's what she said she was told. She said that there were 2 stories because there was this thing about a big check. Mechee came on and gave her receipts about the big check. We talking about the big check like they give you when you stand up and you win the lotto. Big check, that big giant check that you get when you stand on stage. Angela says that there was 2 conversations, big check and 20 G's. Mechee said I wouldn't promise nobody 20 G's. She said, but I did offer her $1,000 and she turned it down. Now on that other video, you hear Mechee say, I didn't want to go back on my word, so I tried to make sure I gave everybody something. My whole thing is, the way Mechee talked about her turning down that $1,000 was like she had an attitude about the $1,000 like it wasn't enough. Why would she have an attitude about the $1,000 like it wasn't enough if you said that you was raising the money? I don't know. That one still sounds strange to me. It sounds like there's a disconnect in the conversation about the money, which is a lack of communication, which I have said. It's at the least it's a lack of communication. So Angela is saying even if I didn't stay, now Angela is saying that she had engagements. She said that she didn't have an event. Now Mechee got her with the event because in the most minimal definition of event, Mechee took it to the cell phones. When you go in, you hit your calendar, it's gonna ask you, do you want to add an event? And it is. She is um promoting Auntie Angie's house, so she's going to different places and doing it. And she went to church on that Sunday because she said she went to church. Mechee is like, when you leave some of the story out, that still makes it a lie. She said she went to church, but in the text message it says that she had a meeting about Auntie Angie's at church. Now this person that was taken to meet up with Angela, that Mechee is blaming Angela for, I don't really understand how she's blaming Angela. Even if Angela don't say, you still don't know, because Angela may not have known that the person was there with her, or maybe she did. However, who picked that person up? Was it somebody from Angela's camp or somebody else from her camp? Because if this person was paid by Mechee, if this person's transportation and room was paid for by Mechee, they did Mechee wrong by getting in the car with whoever they got in the car with that said that they was going to take them to the black agenda. Because when that person saw that they were going past the black agenda, that person, they hadn't even made it to Angela yet. Since everybody want to talk about Carlisha and how things led up to, and I won't even bring that up yet. But they hadn't even gotten to Angela yet. Why didn't that person, Jerome, I think his name was, why didn't that person, when he realized that he was riding past that black agenda or was not going to that black agenda, say, hey man or hey woman, I'm supposed to be at the black agenda with Mechee. Can you take me back? Or why didn't he call Mechee and say, or the assistant and say, I thought they was bringing me to y'all, but look like they taking me to Angela. Why didn't they say that? Why is Angela being blamed for that part? Because she's saying that I really thought that I heard Mechee at some point say that there will be able to be networking done at the Black Agenda. If not, I apologize. That's what I thought I heard. But then I wonder, did nobody else network there? Nobody else network? What could it have been that Angela's networking got back because there was Mechee already? She ain't like Angela. She said it. She ain't like it before she did it. That was what made me excited about it. That's all I've been saying. Willie D and Bushwick Bill. It was people on Angela's platform that capped for Mechee. Because Mechee tried to get on Angela's platform too. Angela wouldn't let her get on the platform. She said she was going to let her get on at the end. But Angela went for 4 hours. Now, she talked about Mechee being on for 3 hours, and she went for 4 hours. Howsoever, she did not talk about Mechee that whole 4 hours. She only talked about half of it. The other half, she talked about affirmative action and other things. She really did not talk about Mechee the whole. She talked about Mechee half of that joint. It was somebody up there that, truly came up there and was like, I love y'all both. That was why Mechee was still up there. I don't think Mechee had got off when that young lady came up there and came from both sides. She came from both sides because why not? That's the whole thing that shocked me. Just like I said, because a lot of the YouTubers I watch, just like I said, a lot of the YouTubers I watch, they do celebrity gossip one way or another. They do it from different vantage points, but they do celebrity gossip one way or another. These two don't. They do not do celebrity gossip. That's why it threw me for a whole loop. You don't got to like nobody you don't want to like. And then the platform thing, they're saying that Angela's clout chasing. Angela's saying she has no reason to clout chase. It's little thing. It was so much that I'm just like all of those little things, because to me the big things that they're upset with, everything else was little thing. Mechee bought stuff for the house. She bought I think she said $200 worth of stuff. She bought two
And Angela gave her credit for them being $100 a piece the first day, and then Angela took it down to $50 a piece. And they were saying a lot of things in their emotions that could have been said better, or because I notated some things. There were contradictions on both of their parts in both of the lives that I watched. But when you're emotional and when you're passionate about what you're talking about, it's possible to do that. Um, but she bought 2 playpens. She said she asked Angela what she needed, what she wanted for the house, and that's what she asked for. Um, but that would have been something different. That would have been something different than anything that they would have discussed with the Black Agenda, because that was in preparation, and that was for Auntie Angie's house, aside from the Black Agenda, in my opinion. In my opinion. Um, I'm just trying to sleep. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, so Michi had made reference to, whether or not her platform supported Angela or not. She was like, you really wouldn't know if people supported it in my name or not. They didn't have to put my name. She said, but if they didn't, it's probably because they ain't like you. Now the thing that brings that to life with me is because on that first video that Angela did, she made reference to understanding how Michi felt because she did a thing with Rizza Islam and brought him to her platform, but he was not willing to return the favor when she wanted to come out to his hood, to Compton. Um, he was like, "My people not gonna receive you," or something like that. I think she said, which is kind of what Michi said. If my people don't like you, I can't help that. But you dealing with somebody like, my whole thing was, you knew who you was dealing with in the first place, and was your people supposed to support the platform? Was her? I'm just a little confused on the people, but the people. The reason that I wanted to bring the situation with RZA into it and Michi is because they service, in a sense, the same type of platform. They're both pro black, and people just straight off the back not going to like Angela because she's associated with Donald Trump, and that she's a Republican, and that she is a black Republican. And Michi, is it was Angela said there was also a promise of exposure to different platforms. Michi said, I didn't promise her exposure. I said I would try. So she didn't promise. She's saying she didn't promise the money or the exposure to the platforms to Tasha K and Tony DeCloser, that she would try to do these things. She said before they went in, her and Tony DeCloser said that Angela Stanton is something like a word that starts with C and ends with un. Um, but if you say something like, and I brought that up because I hear a lot of people speaking, a lot of platforms speak about people that they feel like are words that start with C's and ends with ums, um, but they just go ahead on and call them straight out C ums. They they said she was something like one, and I ain't even trying to be funny. Would that not put her at a different level than some of the other ones? That would that not mean that you saw something that you felt like was valuable enough that you could go ahead and work with her? Like, I'm just trying to see if y'all gonna be able to get past the emotional part of this. If y'all need to square it up in the streets, y'all, she don't want to meet online, Michi. She don't want to meet online, and like Tasha K just said, she said, I can't quote it verbatim, but if you got a piece, then I submit. Like, if you come in with your hands, I'm ready. Basically, that what I think that what night that guy said, Tasha said about Suki. You come with your hands, I'm ready. If you got a piece, I submit. And that's what Angela said. Angela said, after I made my video, next thing you know, you see her with the gun, and I'm watching all this stuff. I'm watching pages and speculating what's gonna go down. When I seen Mechee with the gun, oh, that's gonna make Angela hot. When I seen Angela on the with the picture with the babies, with the two white babies in her hand, I said, and Goddess Masterpiece said, oh, it's giving mammy. Like all of that was like, how do you say that you're not in the middle when you? I mean, you got a right to your opinion, but that don't sound unbalanced. Excuse me, that don't sound unbiased. But that's what I thought when I saw that picture. Oh, they gonna love that. They gonna love that. She said it was giving mammy because the two white babies were in her lap and the other babies were surrounding her that were not white. Angela was upset because she said her people didn't get thanked. They made reference about it. It was so much. It was so daggone bad. Oh, let's see. And she also, I think I made reference to that. Speaking about the audacity of Suki, she made a couple of comments as to ways that she would have responded. She didn't understand why Angela couldn't respond that, because if it was me, and I think in dealing with somebody else, she made another reference to somebody else and how Angela should respond in reference to if it was that other person. Like, people don't respond how I ain't gonna respond how you respond. You ain't gonna respond how I'm gonna respond. We is different for reasons, for those kinds of reasons. Nobody is the same. Even if two people respond the same, they're not the same. They may not respond the same the next time or to a different situation. Yeah, that's right. Now she did also contradict herself. Angela contradicted herself as far as the ticket. She said that she wasn't told that she was responsible for ticket sales, but she did say to her people, she brought her people out. They didn't ask for any pay. They didn't ask for anything, and it was to help boost sales. She did say that. She kind of ducked the question about because somebody came on, because like I said, people were trying to really say that I understand your concept of what's going on, and I also understand Mechee. So somebody came on and was like, Mechee, the reason why maybe Mechee is saying, you said you got a house for black lives, and you got white girls in your house, but the white girl did have a black baby. White girl, it's a black baby. It's a baby just like Mechee. That's my part. It's the same kind of baby as Mechee. It is the same kind of baby as Mechee. Like, so in Mechee's Black Lives saving effort, do no babies like her get to be saved by her? Do no babies like her get to go in Zayek's? Do you have to be fully black to go into Zayek's Academy? Do no babies like her get to be saved? Because I already expressed that I feel like she angry at her at her white side, but are you then angry at babies that are products of that? Like, even if, because she said what she said, you saying I'm jealous, excuse me, I'm prejudiced or racist, like I'm supposed to be upset by that. I'm not, but I am. She said, I'm not really, but I am. You're not really racist, but you am. Okay then. Okay then. But she'll tell you that she'll tell you she don't like white folk. But I'm never gonna not go back to, if you don't like white folk, you don't like at least half of you. Period. Period. At least half. And that is so much in love. I don't know. I don't know how to be no more in love than that. But the young lady was like, do you think she could feel like if you're being funded by white Republicans, because they kept mentioning the white Republicans, if you're being funded by white Republicans, that it's going to water down the effort? Um, and she didn't. She kind of jumped over that question. Somebody came into the chat because the young lady kind of spoke all the way through it, and Angela just kind of listened to what she was saying. Somebody came in the chat, was like, you didn't answer the question. She was like, I did. And I was like, yeah, no, you didn't. Yeah, no, you didn't. But she also said, I'm not a punk. People think I'm a punk. Like, she's just going to take money from anywhere. Like, we're going to be able to watch and see what Auntie Angie's house does. And y'all know I already done said, and Angela professes to be a Christian. This is the season of the first shall be last. And she said that she do not scam her people. She said, if anything, she is Robin Hood. I done said it's the season of the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So you think you're going to be out there playing with the God? Because I'm not even going to, Mechee gets to feel the way she feels because she hates Christians as well. And she was one. Not only was she one, she was a pastor. So you got to come out of something and to hate the people, you're not even patient enough to try to bring people out. You just frustrated because I guess people didn't get the revelation you got as quick as you got it or as easy as you got it. I don't know. But now you hate a group of people, which everybody in that group of people, like it, the audacity. It'd be the stereotyping for me. It'd be the stereotyping for me. Let's see here. What we got? 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 And Angela said that the reason why, and I'm done after that, y'all. Angela said that the reason why she would not let Mechee on her platform is because when they were promoting the Black agenda, and Auntie Angie's, not once did she invite her on her platform then. Said, so why would you invite me on your platform to argue? I would say that that was a mature statement because she also told you on that video, I never said that I don't get down right gutter. Like I said that on the other video. You can watch all her body language on the last video that she made, not this last one that she just made when she invited people up. But the one she made before that, oh yeah, you could see the cease and desist video. You could see the tension. But again, as I stated, I watch her. I don't watch her all the time, but I watch her enough. I watch her enough to know she's got a hood flair to her. Anywho, they let me know that it put in the right situation. If you seen her on Dr. Phil, she got a little stern on Dr. Phil, but she still held her professionalism. Because it's the time and place for everything. Hello, beautiful. It's a time and place for everything. The God has told me that I have to learn how to keep my composure. Sometimes you gotta keep your composure, beautiful. Sometimes you have to keep your composure. Sometimes you have to let your light shine. Even when you might not want to let your light shine. You might even look like a punk while you do it. Angela says she's not no punk. And I believe that. Integrity and growth, it's going to make you want to do something different. Believe that. I love you, beautiful. Sylvia is out.